Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Unclassified Podcast, where we declassify life outside the 9 to 5. I am your host, Allie, the grand finale, and today's guest is...
I'm Jen, and I own peacelovesew.co, just past Charleston on Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yes, and we are actually on location. If you couldn't tell, this is not the inside of my living room. And as you can see, she has an amazing setup. But I'll let you talk about what it is you do.
So here at Peace Love Sew, we do sewing classes and we have workshops and all kinds of fun things. I also make a lot of things and I sell that in here as well. So everything in here is custom made, and I don't duplicate anything. I can get close if there's something you like, but it doesn't quite fit right or something, but it's usually all just one of a kind. Everything I use is like upcycled material, so I'm trying to get away from like fashion waste and that kind of thing. So I'm trying to be environmentally conscious.
So do you have enough of your own creations to make like a line, would you say?
Like you mean...
Like if you did a fashion show or something.
I could definitely do a fashion show.
Ooh, okay.
Which could be happening at the end of June.
All right, okay.
Details to come, so you can... follow me for more of that.
Yes, I'm excited. Okay, because as soon as I met you, I was like, your energy was just so amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, plus she's absolutely adorable. Come on, like, and to know a woman that you're making your own mark in this place. You have your own business, and not only that, but you are building your own community out here with the sewing.
I'm trying to. So I feel like sewing in general is one of those like lost. Not so lost, but it's kind of getting away. It's not being taught in schools very much anymore, along with a lot of other arts. So it's like skipping a generation.
Yeah.
The thing I hear the most is my grandma sewed. My mom never sewed. So I never learned. Or so-and-so in my family is a seamstress, but they didn't have time to teach me. So the skill is there and people are interested. They just haven't been taught.
Yeah.
So what we like to do here is engage the community, and we'll do like sip and sews, like where we are is at Pond Plaza, so just like 2 doors down is Rolling Smoke Barbecue. So they've partnered with us on Friday nights to have, they'll give us like discounts on drinks. So anybody can come out, hang out, sew something, have a beverage, have a good time.
Nice. I'm gonna have to make it to one of those, because I've always wanted to learn how to sew. It's always been one of those side quest dreams where if I could learn how to sew and make my own clothing.
Should we do something right now?
Ooh, can we?
On the spot, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no pressure. You pull out all the designs well. But funny enough, my dad actually knows how to sew. Like, he's created his own line of tactical wear.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a niche for it.
There's a whole group on Facebook. If you are into tactical sewing, there's a whole tactical sewing Facebook group.
Oh, I didn't have to tell them about it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. So you actually have a class going on tonight, yeah?
Yes, there's a class tonight. It is week 2 of a 3-week course.
So
it's a very beginner. Okay. Yeah, it's a beginner level. So last week we did, this knob is for this, and how to thread your machine.
That would be my level.
Yeah, we got to start out somewhere. And then this week we're going to do more like construction, seams, and just samples. We're not really making a whole garment or anything, just learning how to use different techniques to do that in the future.
That, and don't be scared once you actually start running the fabric, because that's intimidating.
Yes.
With the needle, especially the industrial sewing machines. Those are...
Yeah, I don't have any industrials in here, but those are great. Those are really great for leather work and bag making and heavy duty stuff. Anything above your average, like I'm going to make a dress every month or 3 or year.
Yeah, my dad has like the heavy duty ones because the material for the tactical gear is very thick. Yeah. But what made you even want to start with sewing?
So, going back to what I just said, my grandma was a seamstress, and I didn't really learn much from her because she was always busy sewing, but I was around it a whole bunch. And then when I had my first child, I just wanted to make her Halloween costumes and do like things for her. And I met this woman who was another PTA mom, and she had an amazing business where she made princess dresses here locally for princess parties, and they're Disney quality. And she now works at Disney.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but she became a really good friend of mine and inspired me to start sewing. And yeah, I did custom apparel for like 8 years, I'd say. And then I got into just making PDF patterns. So I was selling the patterns online.
Okay.
For at home. People just print off, tape together. And troubleshooting through the internet's not great. So when I had the opportunity, I decided to open up this place because I wanted to kind of get offline and more interact with people and build that in-person community.
Yes.
And
that
I feel
is so
like,
crucial nowadays.
Yeah, I think everybody's online like we are. Hi.
Yeah.
Get off Instagram. No, I'm kidding.
Stay touch grass.
Until we're done. Then you go outside.
Then you go outside.
Yeah.
So what would you say is probably your most interesting pattern that you sold?
Well, my favorite pattern is called the Bonnie dress. It is a Princess Anne collar sweetheart neck, and it's very 40s style, retro. You can get all my patterns still on Etsy. They're all $1 right now because I have to rebrand them. So you can go buy.
Did you hear that? $1 on Etsy. What's your Etsy thing?
I think it's Ragamuffin Products.
Okay.
I think if you look up Ragamuffin patterns, you'll probably find it.
Gotcha. You guys send me the link. So I love the vintage or retro look. That's really cool. Would you say that's more your go-to style, or how would you describe yours now?
Currently, I'm into like 70s stuff. I do a lot of bell bottoms. I don't know if they're in the shot, but
we'll take a look around. You want to go through them, like some of your stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's walk around.
So I really like to upcycle jeans and do some fun patchwork bells. These are really sweet. They've got corduroy on there, and so this almost reminds me of like zombies.
Yeah.
Like I like that. So this is kind of my favorite thing to do is make these crazy bells. But then my extra creativeness comes into the upcycled shirts. So the flannels, they're all drip dyed with bleached out. And then I just add funky shirts that I find. Like this one, I love this one. I just like how it came out. Like you never know what's going to happen when you bleach something.
Oh yeah, I like that.
And it's just so fun. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. And then I have handbags over here. This one's probably my favorite right now. I like
Happy
the stripes
days.
and the double pockets on the back.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I make things and then I fall in love with them and I don't want to sell them. And I get sad. Somebody came in and bought a Dolly shirt that I had made, Dolly Parton, and I loved it so much. And then I was like, oh, now it's gone.
Oh.
But
well, as you can see, she has this amazing setup. If you want to talk about your setup.
Sure. We do all our beginner classes in the back. So there's smaller groups of 6. Those are very basic machines. And since it's a set of them, it's easy to troubleshoot as a group. So rather than having like a couple people on the vintage machines and then on those, if somebody's having an issue, then you're jumping around. So that's what we like to do for beginners, but everybody's welcome to sew on any machine. I don't know what else really. I love the vintage ones. I want to shout out to Tabix. If you guys are into sewing, they are the best for any kind of maintenance on your machines, and the industrials you were talking about.
Yeah.
They sell industrials like crazy, and they're the best. So then I have like fabric back here, which is all old stock from my old business, but it's all $3 a yard. Hey, come take it away so I can get better stuff that reflects my style better. It's still good fabric. And then I have my wall of pictures. So when we have events and things, I like to do these Polaroids.
Oh, cute. Yeah, I like the Polaroid look.
They're super fun. So it is a throwback a little bit. I feel like this feels like somebody's grandma's, living room or something. Like you can just sit in here.
Yeah, everyone comes over in the neighborhood to make something, or her sewing club.
Yeah.
Because that was
the sewing circles. The
sewing circles, yeah, that's what it was back in the day. You had your community of, it was mostly women back then. But
we just had a huge group out here on the patio. The Las Vegas Battle Jackets Club. They usually meet at the Punk Rock Museum. They're super fun. They were just out here on Sunday, and they took over the entire patio. And they were just out here like hand sewing jackets and patches and things. We gave away a sewing machine from Tabix. They donated one.
Nice.
So we do a lot of really fun events out here. So just if you check my website, which is peacelovesew.co, there's a calendar on there, and you can come and hang out. And there's free stuff happening and paid for things too.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and then we can go over them. Let's see if we have any questions right now. No questions at the moment, but you were saying there's plenty of events, and you've been doing this for how long now?
I've been here open since January 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're still...
This is a new spot. This is very new, so I'm trying to feel it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can I ask like how it's been so far? Or?
It's been up and down. So I had a really good like month and a half solid. I think it was like the pop of just opening, friends coming out to support and everything, and there were sold out classes. And then I think it just it didn't dive, but it just kind of like steadied off. You know? So I'm hoping it picks back up. So everybody watching, come on out. Yeah.
So I was just, an idea came to me. I don't know if you'd thought of it. Have you thought about reaching out to maybe the local colleges or schools to try and...
Yeah, it's on my list. It's really hard. Like that's the one thing, like dividing my time on all things when you're a business owner and you're just the only person.
Yeah.
It's like trying to social media engage, advertise, run the actual studio, create the products. Because I'm not buying things and filling a store. Like I'm making everything too. And also still working side jobs to support everything while this takes off. Which actually, I'm going to turn into the interviewer for a minute.
Okay.
Watching some of your podcasts, I heard you say that you were BA. You did BA work.
Yes.
I also do BA work.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I've been doing this last week. Whenever the studio's closed, I'm doing gigs like that.
I'm actually working Coachella this weekend, next weekend, and then Stagecoach.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll be camping. It's not going to be glorious. I'm going to be going to roughing it out there, but it's like, it's my first time actually being able to go inside of Coachella, because when I worked it 2 years ago, it was like a satellite location, a private event where they took some of the artists and brought them over to play, and it was for Clinique, which was really cool. And I got to see they invited young influencers to come and help.
I didn't realize, Coachella, I didn't realize that they had like little spin-off things like sponsored by like Clinique and stuff like that. See, I would do that. I wouldn't go work in Coachella because I'm like, I don't want to be in the scene, but I would do the outside.
Yeah, it was really chill and it was nice. It was this beautiful like mansion place with a huge pool and tons of green grass, and so all these young people like doing I got to watch like influencers live doing their videos like on location of the product and everything. Like it was really interesting.
That's awesome.
But what kind of brand ambassador stuff have you done?
Well, today, right before this, I was just at the NAB show. Yeah. So National Association of Broadcasters. I can't say it all.
So you knew it. I went. I didn't even know what it stood for.
I was working with Amazon Web Services. So that was fun.
The AWS.
Yeah. Which I learned today that they are not associated with. Well, they are associated with Prime, but their Prime is their customer. I didn't know all this. Like, I am not a techie person, so they're like explaining like we are like people are asking for Amazon Prime. They are not directly involved with them.
Yeah,
and the actual shopping services.
I was really interested because this last, I believe it was AWS one. They're talking a bunch about AI and how it's like helping with their logistics of business. I was just like, whoa, I didn't know Amazon was like on that level. Right,
that's what I mean. Like I didn't know all this stuff before. So that's why I like working events, because you get to learn a lot about different businesses.
Yes. Do you have another one booked coming up? Or?
I don't, because I try to get them like last minute, because I hope I don't have to anymore.
Yeah.
Because I want to do this full time.
Exactly.
I don't want to close the studio and take off for a week at a time.
We are manifesting that this will be amazing.
It is. It's doing well. It's doing as well as it should be for being open for 2.5, 3 months.
Yeah, you haven't even made it a year yet. Like,
no.
You're in the very infancy of it, but it's cool. Like you've done a great job with the space, and you're already building your courses. And what's on the drawing board for like next for this place?
As far as classes,
courses, or whatever, like.
Yeah, so we have a wallet class coming up, a circle skirt class. I just opened up a overlock serger class, so we'll be doing that. I'm partnering with Cabix again for that because they're going to supply the machines because I don't have sergers.
Yeah.
So if anybody needs to rent one from them, I will have it here. I have Mix It Up. I want to talk about the Mix It Up.
Yes, please.
I'm trying to remember everything I want to say. So the Mix It Up art night, it's not a sewing event, it's an art night. And it's mixed media and we all work like on a canvas for about 5 minutes and then pass it to the next person.
I've been wanting to do one of those.
Oh yes, that's coming up on the 25th. It'll be our second one.
Is that a weekend?
Nope, it's a Friday. Well, I mean it's a weekend, but it's a Friday.
Dang it, I'm going to be gone, but I want to make one
Yeah,
of those.
we're trying to schedule one for like a Tuesday or something like that too, so it's not always on a Friday or a weekend. But it's so much fun. The first one we did, we had 8 people, I think 9 people. And so everybody's canvas was just super cool. Like you start it and then by the time you get it, that many people have worked on it and that many, like you have that much soul in it.
Yes.
And just, it's beautiful. So.
Yeah. Do you have, looks like we have some comments.
Yeah.
Professor the Fan said, nice. I think he was saying that as we were showing him all your work. Let me see if there's, we have another. So some dude named Tone, hey, he said, nice shop.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what advice do you have for people if they're wanting to take on this venture of starting a sewing business?
Just do it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you are inspired to do something and you have like that gut churning instinct, like this is gnawing at me, I just feel like it won't go away, you just meant to do it.
Yeah.
And worst thing that happens is you fail. but like you can learn from that.
Yeah.
And then move forward. I think far too often people are afraid of failure, and even more so, they're afraid of success.
Yes. I definitely used to struggle with that.
Yeah, because once you get that success, then you got to maintain that success.
Or keep pushing it. A lot of people are like, I got to take the next step, the next step.
But you don't. You don't even have to. You can even just stop.
Yeah.
And do something else. Like
make it whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's a free country.
It's a free country, and don't let fear get in your way.
So what's something that you would say that you've overcome getting to this point?
Oh goodness, that's a lot.
I know we've talked about
that's a lot.
Whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let that one slide.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Is there anything that you feel since starting the business that you're like, yeah, I did that, I overcame it or something? Maybe I can like narrow it down to that.
Okay, so I'll just put it out there. So I went through a really bad divorce, and through that divorce, my old business, the pattern business, was completely shattered and just deleted from the internet. None of it was in my name. I didn't have any control over it. Somebody just said delete. So that was gone. So starting over from ground zero, that's probably it's very difficult. So, but the beauty of it is this came out of it.
Yeah.
So the inspiration, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't have business anymore. I don't have how are people going to trust anything I do? Like, it's just gone like in a flash.
Yeah.
And you really don't want to explain that to 10,000, like my Facebook group has 10,000 people in it from that business, and like they don't have accounts anymore. They can't get their patterns. Like, how do you explain this horrible situation?
Yeah.
And you don't want to. So going back to that, like being here in this place, it's so alive. And
you can feel it. Like the vibes are so good here.
Yeah, I love coming in here every single day. It's like a breath of fresh air. My clients, my customers, people that come in here are always happy, and they're excited to be here. They're excited to learn and do things, and they want to see the new things that I've created because it's everything's brand new. I'm not buying things in bulk, so there's always new things to come in and see. So it's a fresh start. It's a good start.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, don't let fear or anything get in your way, because you can do anything. If you really want to do it, there's always a way. And there's always somebody else that's going to be like, I got you. I'll support you. I will help you. I'll be by your side. Maybe it's not financial. Maybe it's not with their time. Maybe it's just words. Maybe, there's always
or they
support.
connect you to somebody else.
Yes, like we met.
Yeah. And then, because just to explain to you how we met, it was a Hearts meeting to where trying to build like a group of artists, collaborative effort to try and build and support the arts community. And I'm really excited to try and be more involved with the arts community. I'm gonna miss the chalk.
Chalk It Down.
Yeah.
I will have a booth out there for Market in the Alley at Chalk It Down on April 19th.
Mm-hmm. Mark your calendars.
Yeah, come and see me. We will be doing, thank you for saying that because it reminded me.
Yeah.
We will be doing some specials, not really sales, but a little bit discounts. And then there's also going to be, like if you sign up for classes on the spot, you'll get a discount on those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And just, if you don't know, the Chalk It Down is a, how'd you just, yeah, grab the flyer. Okay. It is really, it's you can sign up. I think it's closed for signups, but these artists then are just
they're live
drawing
drawing
with
on
chalk.
Yeah.
And it's, what streets does it say?
I don't know. It's on Main Street. Mm-hmm. And I don't know the exact cross streets, but I know the Market in the Alley is across from Soul Belly.
Oh, okay.
You know where that is? That's like my favorite barbecue place in the whole world.
So just to let you know, last year they had 42 paid participating artists, 36 participating businesses, about 4,000 in-person attend. That's a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And then almost 2 million social impressions. So this is a big event because I remember them talking about it, and they're trying to figure out how they can expand it even more.
Yeah.
So Saturday, April 19th.
Mark your calendars.
Yes. What time does it start?
That's a good question. I think I'm supposed to be open and ready to go at 10 a.m. So probably around 10 a.m.
Warm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be hot.
Bring an umbrella or sunscreen.
It's going to be good.
And there's probably going to be like live music, food.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So then you can just walk down the streets and watch all of these artists create art right there live. And you said you're going to have a booth. Are there any other events that you have coming up that you didn't mention yet?
If you're in, I know this is local, but if anybody's in Austin, Texas, on Sunday this week, I'll be at Barley Bean Coffee House.
Are you from Austin, Texas? Or?
No. I was invited by a new friend to go out there and show my creations. So hopefully if you do come out to Chalk It Down, I won't have anything because everything has been sold this Sunday.
That would be a good problem to have.
Yeah, it would. I'd be like, I just have this one thing. No.
Yes.
Sign up for classes.
So then we talked about your patterns, your business, your upcoming events, advice. Is there anything else you'd want people to know about you?
I love you. I do, from my heart. Everybody's amazing, and I enjoy. I think my favorite thing when people come in for classes is not teaching them; it's learning about them. And they always teach me something just in conversation. Like I just love chatting, and I think we spend more time engaging with each other than the projects.
That's what I was kind of about to start leaning into when talking about the sewing circles with women. Is there was that exchange because you were sitting down with people and it was a chance to be able to commune in space and time and share with people. Yeah, so I love that you enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can think of that you've learned recently that you're like, oh wow, that's insightful?
I can't think of anything specific, but it for me it's more like just inspiration from people, like hearing parts of their life.
Yeah.
You know, and like I've shared some stuff here, like they're sharing with me, and you're just learning. And sometimes it'll be beneficial to the business because they'll say, "Hey, you should look into this or that," and then I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then I learn, more things about our community here locally that I could reach out to and help this place succeed more. But usually it's more just getting to know people and creating more friendships.
Yes, the genuine connections.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear more about your fashion show when it comes to be. Definitely keep me posted. Because that is something that I've been wanting to help host. Because I also know if you're looking for other designers, or if it's just yours.
It's not just me. But it's all not set in stone yet either. So I don't want to say anything and then have it be out there and then whatever.
Understandable.
But there is something in the works, and it will be in the Arts District.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And also on the patios out here on Tuesday nights, we do have live music for free. So you can come out. Hopefully I'll be open if I'm not working.
Yeah.
And then next week I promised I would mention they're having a benefit to, I'm going to mess it up. So they're having a benefit for an EpiPens. They want to get EpiPens in the bars.
Oh.
There was an unfortunate incident, and the lack of EpiPen on site, somebody lost their life, and it was close to their community. So the people that put that on out here are really, really hard trying to get the word out for that and trying to help raise money to get funding and training and the EpiPens and all that stuff.
I've had to be one of those people to carry one, so that's
yeah. My son has allergies like that too, and we have EpiPens, so I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll say it.
Yeah,
definitely
that's
talk
good.
about it because I want, it's from my heart too. So.
Let me see. Does anyone else have any? Professor fan said, "Sorry, it's great that you kept going. Thank you so much for your encouragement." Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite movie is Rocky. So if you know that movie series, it's like, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can. Oh no, how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Yeah,
keep punching. So.
I've seen that scene so many times. I watch motivational videos. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, so it's always on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the entire thing, ups and downs in life. So.
And then Professor Fan says, do you design costumes as well? Ooh, good question.
Costumes like Halloween costumes or like cirque shows and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, probably any of that.
I mean, I can. If you have something, you can inbox me.
Because, there's cosplay. People do cosplay. Yeah. That's always a huge
I want to
niche.
do that. Like, I want to do a cosplay night. Like, not dress. I mean, I guess you could dress up and still come in and sew something. That might be fun, too. But just help you create your costume for cosplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've always gotten too intimidated to really design my own.
But if you have an idea, you come in, brainstorm, we can start working on things.
Because it's like, I would like to cosplay. And then, some stuff you can order online, but then you get it, and it's like gaping here, too big there, and you're just like, this was not made for me, you know? So, yeah, that's a good question. Oh, yeah, he said cosplay. One of his, and then he said one of my favorite films was the Rocky one.
We are 2 blocks from Fandom. From
Millennium
the
Fandom Bar, yeah.
And they're
They
amazing.
do parties all the time with costumes.
And they're always, themed, so it's not just, they have open cosplay, but they also have super themed nights and things.
That would probably, maybe you can get to one of their events and be like, hey, if you guys need any sewing or want to learn how to sew more of your own work, that would be.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Yeah.
So much on the list.
She's like, again, just me doing all of this.
It's good to hear it back because then it says, oh yeah, you're on the right track.
Yeah, that is similar wavelength. But no, thank you for those questions and comments. I feel like we've covered everything. This has been an amazing interview, and we got to see all of your stuff, and you're doing so much for the community. I just know no matter what, you're going to find your support, because when, like you said, you make those genuine connections, how can you not?
Yeah. There is a ton of support already, and everybody, if you come across this video, I just want to say thank you. You know who you are. There's a lot of you out there, and this wouldn't happen without you. So.
Yeah. So thank you for being a guest. I'm so excited getting to interview female entrepreneurs and business owners, and thank you all for tuning in on this episode of the Unclassified Podcast, where we declassify life outside the 9 to 5. Again, I am your host, Allie the Grand Finale, and today's guest was
Jen.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.